For 45 years, I've sacrificed everything for you.
Yes.
And this one thing I would do for my only child.
Yes.
No, I would save that child.
Yes.
And
Now,
let's
I want to ask
see.
you a question. If the tables were turned, would you want him to save you?
It is his choice.
When love and loyalty collide, where does morality stand? On this gripping episode of The Divide, we confront one of life's most agonizing dilemmas. If forced to choose, would you save your spouse or your child?
I would save my child over my spouse.
Automatically going to save my child and leaving him alone. I'm teaching my child never to be loyal to anybody.
We delve into the moral, emotional, and cultural intricacies surrounding this impossible decision. Your spouse or child, who comes first?
Your spouse, then I would also like to know who that would save their children. Their kids.
Spouse.
You save your spouse.
Yes, I will.
He shocked you too. I mean, that's how he shocked me too.
She had
I don't love them less anyway.
Alright.
But with the question on ground,
Alright.
I would
Just come
save my
forward. But I thought you were going to save your child, right?
as a mother, right?
Yeah,
But I would save my spouse. I don't know why everyone feels I should not save my spouse. I must save my children. I don't think it goes so. I'm a family life coach, and we believe that the marriage itself is the bedrock of the family. For a very strong family, if you're going to build a strong, lasting family, the marriage itself has to be the focus. You work on the marriage. When it is coming from the marriage, you're teaching the children stability. But if you're in this space where you have to choose the child against the father, you are breaching this. We're not getting married so that we can have children. We get married and the children come along the line. But at the first instance of getting married, if you're getting married to someone and what is at the back of your mind is children, you're going to have issues. When the children are not coming in the first 2-3 years, you're going to go crazy because that has been your focus. And that's what will lead you to take this decision.
Like she said, it doesn't mean I love my child less. But the truth is, first of all, you can still procreate. And then when you are getting married, it's in sickness, in health, for richer, moral. So, I mean, that is one of those very, very in sickness, in health moments. And then we can always cry about it together.
Yeah.
I can't cry about it to my child, like, oh, I gave you the lungs I'm meant to give your mother and all that. So, yeah, in all honesty, we can always create again, except, if the situation is different. But, yeah.
One of the reasons why I get married is for intimacy, right? And the same way I also believe there's no way I can have equal measures of intimacy I have with my children, with my spouse. So if given that option, or I'm faced with the challenge of having to choose between my spouse, I will definitely go with my wife. And intimacy is just one of it. Also looking at ability to procreate, like somebody mentioned that earlier. Coladi mentioned it, right? So I can't just wake up one day and say, okay, yeah, you know what? I happen to have a female child, yeah, you know what? Go lie on the bed and I want to. It's not possible. Definitely, that means I'm totally out of my mind.
I'm the most unlikely person to pick my spouse because currently I'm actually going through a separation with my spouse at the moment. But screw the kids. Like, they'll be fine. Because at the end of the day, my parents didn't choose me. At the end of the day, my dad shipped us to boarding school so he could have time with his wife. Your spouse is supposed to be your best friend. I would always pick my best friend. Like, there's no debate. Whether it's the child, whether it's my mom, love my mom, love your mom too. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna pick my baby girl.
I'll be picking my child over my spouse because with the shege I've seen, I'm not going to pick any man over my child. And that's my child, that's my flesh and blood. That's the child I carried for 9 months. I know the pains I went through. CS, pains, sleepless nights. Like, that's my child, that's my everything.
I, Joy Albo, will choose her child over any man, and I will say it with all confidence. Now let's take it back from creation. The Bible says man and woman go into the world and do what? Multiply. Who are you multiplying? The key to multiply, and then you let them expand. I would never do that. I would save my child over my spouse over and over again. So why would you kill your future for now I mean, this is a child that is bearing your name. This is a child that is going to live after you for generations. But if you choose your child, there is every possibility that your child will live to replicate and your name will keep going over and over again. So I will choose my child over my spouse.
I'm coming in your house. I know you're gonna in the same house.
Your only child needs a kidney and your spouse needs a kidney too. Who are you giving?
Spouse.
Okay, so I'm saving my spouse if she needs a kidney over my child, because though initially I thought of saving my child first, but I realized again that the field of medicine is developing, right? And I believe that with time, and as also medicine and technology also are evolving, I believe that over time we can come up with something.
Now let me say this, what's the guarantee that you that is giving your kidney is going to be alive to witness it? So I will choose my child.
I believe that as an adult, she needs it daily more.
Right.
While my child also can have some other healing mechanisms or other things also to help give the support that the child needs. That's why I'm going to save my spouse over my child.
For this particular context, I will save my child. And the reason I will is because, first of all, I'm even sure that my wife will tell me to save my child. Secondly, even if it is kidney, right, I still have time with my spouse to discuss things. First of all, say, okay, about I fetch on Monday. What are we going to do? Blah, blah. Because like I said, the person I am going to marry will definitely save the child.
Your child is an adult, your spouse is an adult. Your spouse will know, your child might not know. And for me in this context, the motherly instinct in me will ask me to choose my child. The committed and loyal part of me will ask me to choose my husband. Because for every decision, we make those decisions together. I don't just sit back and make, okay, choose the child, choose the husband. I will still go to him because it's breathing.
They are both incapacitated and you can't have conversations with anyone.
No,
because the choice is to choose
just to choose
one person. Just
we
choose.
will talk.
Right?
Kidney issues don't do that.
Can I
Maybe
say
because
they
it
have
chose
it.
Exactly.
It doesn't do
You
that.
have some
It's
support
like-
here.
can I say
Actually, you
something?
can
I'm
see the
not
way
saying
that-
for the sake of the
It's not-
hypothetical.
no,
Exactly.
it's not on
They
the
still have
spot
time
issue.
with your
Yeah.
spouse.
So the
Yeah,
issue
okay.
is,
There still be
like
some
I said,
support.
the motherly
There's
instinct
some
in
medical.
me-
Maybe they brought them in dialysis room
Wait,
and they say she
who
quickly
asked
choose.
me? No. You see, even in that choice, I will want to speak to my husband.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now we have a decision to make as a family. For me, I will choose you.
Yes.
Let's assume our marriage is 45 years.
Yes.
For 45 years, I've sacrificed everything for you.
Yes.
And this one thing I would do for my only child. No,
Yes.
I would save that child.
Yes.
And
Now
let's
I want to
see
ask
it.
you a question. If the tables were turned, would you want him to save you?
It's his choice. It's his
Don't
choice.
cop out.
No. If the
Choose.
tables-
That's how I walk when I ain't got no shame, man. My name is Afolabi Chukwuike Laoye. I am a legal practitioner, entertainment law specifically, and I'm also an entertainer, bit of acting, bit of singing, etc. Small disclosure, I mean, I have 2 kids and I'm currently separated. So in a life or death situation, who will I save, my wife or my spouse? At the moment, my wife and I are separated, I have 2 kids, and still, I'll still save my wife over my kids.
What is the guarantee that I give my kidney and I don't make it out?
Okay.
Tomorrow the man will go and get married. But my child would always live with my kidney, with the memory that my mother gave her only kidney to save me. And for me, that's the greatest gift I will give my child. Wherever I am, I would be happy. So I would definitely give my only kidney.
It's also
okay.
possible your spouse doesn't get married.
He might not get
Amen.
married, but he would definitely
What
have
do you
a
mean,
woman
man?
to come
Amen.
around and take care of him.
Yes, a man.
He would definitely he would not get married, but he will have a woman to definitely take care of. Now, see, let's face reality. The truth is, no matter how loyal you are to your spouse, when you're not around, there is always that vacuum you create around them that makes them want to think to the other child. The place of child is irreplaceable.
Can I just ask a question? Let's assume.
As far
Let's
as
assume.
I am
Let's assume your
concerned,
child.
I would choose my
Hold
child
on.
for the
She has-
future. I would choose my child for prosperity's sake.
Yeah.
I would choose my child.
Yeah, man. It's a thinker, but I'm still gonna give my spouse over my child because, you know, like I said, I mean, regardless of their age, they're all still going to live their own lives. And plus, if I'm honest, the whole point of parenting is leading by example, and I would want them to understand that the marriage unit is their first point of call.
My child hasn't really experienced a lot, so he needs to live, and that's my future, that's my child, that's the child I carried in my tummy. I know what I went through to bring that child to this life. So I'm not going to choose my partner over my child.
Now I want to ask you a question. Let's assume your child is 30.
Even if my child were to be 50,
And married.
Still a child.
even if my child were to be 50,
Yes.
I would choose my child
With,
over my
with an
spouse.
able-bodied spouse that has a kidney that will match.
Now, let me tell you something. That let's assume the child is 50, and now the child has grandchildren.
Yeah.
So will I let him die at the expense of his own children because I want to save a man
What happened to
that
his wife?
has given birth to, let's say, 4, 5, and he has lived his own
To
lifespan?
save a man that has.
I'm talking about my spouse. No.
through
See.
all
Let's
the
keep
tough
sentiment.
times of
Let's keep
life.
sentiment.
Sentiment
Let's
also
keep
applies to
sentiment.
children
Let's keep
as well.
sentiment. I will choose my child. I
Okay.
will choose my child
Okay.
for the fact that that child has kids to take care of.
And that's not sentimental.
It's not sentimental. I'm
It's
looking
not
at the
sentimental.
future.
That's it.
I'm
That is
looking at
the
the
pure
future.
meaning of sentiment.
No,
She's
my
being
future.
futuristic and she's bringing the motherly
I'm bringing out the
Okay,
future.
And
now-
when the motherly instinct comes out, some logics don't work.
Now let's bring in the fatherly
Some
instinct.
logics will
Because there's a
Hey,
fatherly
it's
instinct.
fatherly.
Hold on.
Hello everyone, my name is Kolade Oseni, cinematographer, artist, and colorist. When it comes to kidney, I feel there is time, and then people live with one kidney because there was a situation I was opportune to see recently. Someone had been living with one small kidney for a very long time, and yeah. So with that said, I'll give the kidney to my child to give them the opportunity to at least fight for a chance to life. But I feel like when it comes from a place of hate, right, it's very imperative you are true to yourself. So when it comes to a situation like this where it is a 50-50 thing either ways, if it goes this way it's good, if it goes the other way it is good. So especially when you know the person you're with, me, Kolade Oseni, will choose my child. in this
Thank you, and
particular
that's on
context.
period.
My name is Joy Abu. I'm a certified broadcaster, a certified parental coach, and I'm also into marketing. Yeah, that's what I do. My child would always come first in every situation. I believe in the future, and I will still maintain my stand on the fact that, you see, when you give birth to a child, you owe that child the responsibility of sacrifice. You've lived your years with your spouse, and it's time for you to make that decision. So I will definitely choose my child so that my child will continue from where I have stopped.
Whatever I'm saying is coming from my experience.
Your own experience.
And what I know and what I've seen that works for me.
Yes.
What I see that works for me. I'm from a family where I can't single-handedly sit down and make a decision. Whether my husband is here or he's not here, he must call me for him to tell me, baby, see, we need to do this. What do you think? I must have an input. So in everything we have input with each other.
Yeah.
So where does that place me? It placed me in a place where I have to choose him first.
In a situation where you don't have that opportunity to have that conversation with him.
Keep this another bag.
No. In a situation,
I brought this up.
I brought this up
where
you also have background.
I brought this up.
Also, I
earlier.
was trying to tell you
Let me tell you what I
It's
got.
not that bad. I will
no,
always
no,
tell my child.
let
You know
me
what?
say something.
For the
Let me
sake-
say
for the-
something. Let me say
First.
something. Let's assume you've been doing dialysis and they just call you one early morning and say, oh, it has happened. And the only option right now is to change. Right now at this moment, take a decision. And you know the man is in coma. You can't talk to him.
No.
What decision are you going to make? Will I be whispering to your ears? And I'm looking at I will definitely choose the child.
They need their dad. They need to meet with him. They need to talk with him. You just keep hiding them. You go to his school, don't allow them. He cannot touch them.